Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Quick update, long-term update on my Lion Energy Safari UT 1300 batteries. So about 4 years ago, 4 summers ago, I installed them. I got three of them from Lion Energy and installed them. Now, this was back when there wasn't a lot of lithium providers before reams and reams of them came out. There was Battleborn and a few other ones. So it was kind of like early to the game. They had those out for a little while and they quickly changed them over and upgraded them. We were at 90 amp hour and then they went to 105 amp hour. I guess they did some improvements inside. So they swapped those batteries out about 4 months after I had them. And then I used these for a couple of years. No problems at all. They've been kind of the core of my system. I did a full review on them for you at that time. And then I also did a 2 year update video of them. Then it was down south and they invited me to see their place in Utah. So I went and visited their operation in Utah. It's quite the operation. And at that time, they took back these they took, actually, they gave me four new batteries to test. So I gave away the three batteries I had used for a couple of years. And since then, I've been testing these four batteries out for them. They were kind of in kind of beta mode. They weren't out yet because they were the ones that they upgraded a bit and they finally installed a Bluetooth out. So those are the ones I've been using ever since. No problems at all. But in this video, I'll kind of show you what I'm going to do with them now. I'm taking them out of my core system in the camper and I'm going to put them into my truck box power station. As I have another company's batteries that I'm going to be installing soon. I just won't let you know about that until I get them. But we'll give you a look at the new app that Lion Energy has and how I have them installed in my truck box for you. So here we go, my truck box power station. You can see I've set up the four Lion Energy UT1300 batteries in there. Now there's quite a bunch of different wires in there. The reason being is I have it set up so that they're all balanced as far as charging and discharging. So they have the same length of wire to each battery so that they stay in balance, rather than just putting them all in parallel and having, you know, a positive at one end and a negative at another end, and then middle batteries kind of are off balance with the rest. Anyway, it makes sense. I'll show you a diagram that'll make more sense to you. Anyway, it should be good for this power station. It's 420 amp hours of battery. Right here I have a 40 amp DC to DC charger. So when I'm driving, the motor, our engine and our alternator can pump 40 amps into here. I also have a 40 amp solar controller here that I can use to put solar power in here. And then over here, as far as fusing, I have a 300 amp terminal fuse on that end just as protection for those two orange wires. And then there's a small fuse over there that's leading off into my dash camera backup power so that I can have 24/7 surveillance on my dash cams. And then there's also a fuse for the solar controller. Right now it feeds into a 1500 watt inverter, which is good enough to run stuff that I want to run off of it. Like I got a little shop vac here that I like to use, so I'll just show you that. That'll be a good test for the app. So these now, the newer Lion Energies, before they didn't have a smartphone app, now they do. They have the BT version with the smartphone app. So not only do they have this little power light in here that shows you the percentage of power, they also have an app. So let me just put that on screen for you. Not getting too much wattage off the panel right now. So let me just fire on the shop vac here. you can see the amperage coming up on the app, showing 13 amps out of one of the batteries. And it should drop down, yeah, a little bit of a lag to this app. And then you can go back here and it shows the 4 batteries in there. So if you watched my video a few months back about this truck box power system, and you wonder what happened to the ampere time batteries I had in there, well, I actually had donated them to a person in our boat storage yard, the guy across that lives full-time in his boat. He's actually building an off-grid cabin up on the west coast of BC there, so I said I'd give him the batteries for his cabin if in exchange he could keep an eye on our boat all winter. So kind of a little bit of a barter there with him. He was happy to get a pair of lithium batteries for his cabin, and so he'll keep a good eye on our boat for us. And that's why I knew I was going to be putting these batteries in here, so I was happy to give them to somebody that was going to be able to make use of them. These are a much better quality battery than the ampere time, so I'm happy with these. They don't have any self-heating capabilities, but they can discharge all the way down to -4 Fahrenheit, so I shouldn't have any problems. They can't charge much below freezing, but that's not a problem here. I don't really need them to be charging below freezing. And I actually did a test with these batteries, a deep freeze test. I'll link back to all the videos I've done on the Line Energy if you're interested in some of the testing I've done on them. So I'm going to continue to use these. Obviously, they're just going to be in my truck box power system now. Like I say, overall they've been a very good battery. I've had 0 problems with them, and we've had a number of years now that they've provided the core power for my 5th wheel trailer. That's going to change as I have some newer different brand batteries to put in there, so stay tuned for that. If anything goes wrong with these in the future, I'll let you know. Until next time, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Cheers, guys.